If you ever lost $100, you would feel pretty bad, right? Now imagine how this guy felt when he lost $242 million. Yep, I'm not kidding. Here's a story. So this story takes place in Nigeria and involves a man called Emmanuel Nwude. Nwude is a fraud artist and is also a former director of the Union Bank of Nigeria. And is best known for defrauding Nelson Sakaguchi of $191 million of cash and the remainder in the form of outstanding interest, which adds up to the crazy $242 million. But here's how he did it. Now, how on earth did Nelson Sakaguchi allow this to happen, you might ask? Fair question. Well, it took place in the years of 95 to 98. Nwude impersonated Paul Okagua, who was the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. He successfully, over the phone, convinced Nelson Sakaguchi to loan him $242 million. Now, Nelson was the governor of the Bank of Brazil, and what was in it for him, you might ask? Well, he was promised $10 million if he approved the deal, and guess what, you guys? He did. What was the deal for, though? Do you want to know? It was for building an airport that never existed. This airport was just a promise that never got built. So to get the building of the airport up and running, Sakaguchi transferred Nwude $191 million, just, to get the work started. The fake airport was meant to be in the capital city of Nigeria, and it's interesting how Nelson never really asked for any proof. No pictures, no nothing, just kind of handed over the cash. Crazy, huh? But I do have a big spoiler alert. Technology finally caught up to Nwude in 1997, and his very impressive plan, well, it just surfaced. Even though there was no physical airport, his money trail started to emerge. That very year, there was a Spanish buyer who was interested in purchasing the Bank of Brazil. He started digging and looking through records, and he found that 2/5 of the company's money was tied up in the Cayman Islands. The Cayman Islands, you might ask? Yep, that's where Emmanuel kept all of his millions. And of course, an investigation took place immediately, and Nwude and his men were put to trial that very year on 86 counts of fraudulent seeking advance fees. So this scam was the third largest in the world, and interesting enough, Nwude is still being tried in Nigeria at this very moment for other crimes such as kidnapping, extortion, and you know what? The list just goes on. Pretty crazy, hey? So next time you lose that $20 or $100, don't feel too bad. At least you didn't lose $242 million. Hey guys, thanks so much for tuning into Superfeed. Really hope you enjoyed that story about Emmanuel and the crazy Nigerian fraud, because when I found out about it literally blew my mind. I was like, how did he get away with this? Anyway, we have so many crazy stories coming your way this week.
So be sure to subscribe here on Facebook and on YouTube, because we'll be bringing out heaps of crazy stories from all around the world, and you don't want to miss it. So hit that subscribe button, like, and maybe even leave a comment of what story you want us to cover. I mean, there might be something crazy that we don't even know about. So
there's got to be more crazier things that we don't know about. So definitely let us know in the comments or send us a message of what you would like to see on our channel.